What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back again with another Cavs live stream. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties. My internet connection acts evil sometimes. I'm pretty sure because we have a home phone here now. I'm pretty sure the phone signal jacked up my computer signal, knocking me out. It intercepted my freaking computer signal and knocked it all out of whack. Because it told me on the very top, oh, your connection's unstable. So I'm like, okay. So I, had to adjust that whole thing, and hopefully it does not happen. But if it does, oh well. We just have to make sure nobody calls while I'm streaming. No, we have a good router. Might have to move it. Maybe move it out of the way of the phone because that'd be dope. But we're kind of limited in the location right now. We'll probably find a better location for it. No, I actually got Frontier though. Frontier is pretty dope when it comes to Wi-Fi. It's stronger than HughesNet for sure. I've had pretty good Wi-Fi since we got it, knock on wood, because the first 2 days or whatever, first day and a half, it was a little bumpy, but it's been good, knock on wood. But anyways, let's not talk about Wi-Fi. Let's talk about Cavs draft. For sure, Bear Theater. Let me tell you, not even going to talk about them. They trash. But yeah, it's that time, guys. After 48 days, 49, because remember, we played the day before sports was knocked out. I think it was, who did we play, the Bulls or something? We lost, I think, in a very close game. It was like the 2 days, a day or so prior to sports getting KO'd for 8 months, pretty much. No, that's about 5, 6 months, right? No, it was 4 months. 4 months. That's right. It was 4 months. We haven't played since March 11th. Kevin Love getting traded. That would not surprise me. Today's your birthday, Eric. Happy birthday, my dude. But yeah, as you can imagine, like clockwork, Kevin Love trade rumors have emerged once again. I've even seen a tweet on Twitter talking about the Cavs talking to Golden State regarding a Kevin Love trade that would involve a third team getting Draymond Green? I'm calling cap on that. I don't think that would happen. No. Tristan Thompson, yeah, I feel like he's gone. Rich Paul been talking to him, probably saying, my dude, you could probably go win in LA with Bron, right? I mean, get out of Cleveland, but honestly, Cleveland don't look that bad right now. The Cavs don't look that bad. I mean, we got good talent. We got a nice young core coming up. We got Colin Sexton, who's a G. People be hating on him. But no, he's a bulldog. He's that kind of guy that you love to have on your team. He's really good. He's getting better, too. We got, of course, Darius Garland, who struggled. But you got to remember, he barely played in college. I think, 1 or 2 years, whatever, because he got hurt. He barely played, I think, the year before he left. His last year in college or whatever. He barely played at all because of an injury. So last year was the most action he's had on a court in a while. And then you got, my God, Kevin Porter Jr., who I'm repping right here. Oh, boy, Kevin Porter Jr. I wanted that dude pretty much the entire night last year. When we freaking got him, I was ecstatic. We traded up with the Bucks, and we took him. That was awesome. Now, another guy you're going to be seeing this year is the other dude we drafted last year, Dylan Windler. He actually got hurt last year, did not play a single minute. So we're going to see him, and it should be fun to see what he can do. But yeah, we need a small forward. Chetty Osman, he didn't have the greatest year last year. Dude was throwing bricks left and right, but he did catch on a little bit at the end there. But I mean, there's definitely some players we could get in the draft this year. So up to this point, I've really heard 4 names come up for the Cavs. 3 of the most common names, as you can imagine, Danny Avdija, small forward, 19. He's almost 20 years old, out of Israel. He played for Maccabi Tel Aviv. He's 6'9". He's a 6'9" small forward. There's, of course, the 6'9" sophomore from Dayton. 6'9" sophomore power forward from Dayton, Obi Toppin. That's a name I've heard a lot regarding the Cavs. Then you also have Onyeka Okongwu, 6'9" freshman power forward / center from USC. And to all my Cali high school basketball enthusiasts out there, if that name sounds familiar, it's because it probably should. Because guess what? He played on LaMelo's high school team. That was him, Big O. Yeah, he played on Chino Hills, and he was a beast there. Now he's going to be joining LaMelo Ball in the NBA, and I would love to have him here, especially if we can't keep Drummond. Yeah, Draymond. Nah, if we can't keep Drummond, because it's not even. I think we're going to keep him. We might trade him this year for all we know. Who knows what's going on with him? I thought he was going to pick up his option, but I haven't heard anything about it. But not to mention, Onyeka can also play power forward, so he could be useful there too. But of course, my draft crush, as I mentioned before, my stream cut out because connection issues. Isaac Okoro, 6'6", freshman, small forward out of Auburn. I believe this guy is known as a 3-and-D player, which means he can hit daggers and then clamp you up on defense, which is someone that we really need, because you look at our current starting roster, as I'm going to pull it up right now, and we're going to go through it, see what we got. Because like I said, we have our young core pretty much set up. Maybe we could use a couple more players. But we can really do some damage, if our guys can stay healthy, maybe add a couple good free agents. But yeah, this is what we got coming up here. 2020, let me look it up real quick, 2020 depth chart. And this is what we got, I believe, if this is correct. People also forget we also have Dante Exum, but really? Dante Exum? He ain't nothing. But right now, if this is legit, this is as accurate, I think, as it'll be. So at point guard, we have Garland, Exum, and Delly, but Delly could be gone. I don't know what's up with him. Shooting guard is Sexton and KPJ. Power forward, Love, Nance Jr., and McKinney. I believe he's also he might be like a two-way player, I'm pretty sure. And then at center right now, it'll be Drummond, Thompson, and Jordan Bell, who we signed as like a late season addition. And then small forward is Osman and Windler. Osman. You add a guy like Okoro to the starting lineup, you could honestly have, it could be Garland, Sexton, Okoro, maybe Larry Nance if we get rid of Love, but if Love stays and if Drummond sticks around, it could easily be Garland, Sexton. Some people say KPJ, though. That's another one you could add in there. You could add KPJ as maybe I don't know how many minutes he'd play at forward. I think he's more of a guard. But he'd be a dominant number 2 guard, especially when Sexton's at the point. It's so interchangeable. It's crazy. But you could put freaking Okoro at small forward with the already starting 5 that we already have. Garland, Sexton, Okoro, Love, and Drummond. That would be dope. That would be dope. That would be That would be great. But it's like, I mean, the Cavs can do some stuff in this offseason. It should be a fun offseason. Not to mention, I've already heard news that Dan Gilbert's been talking to the front office, and he's trying to say, hey, we need to get a move on with being competitive here, all right? I understand we're rebuilding, but how about we start being competitive? Because he wants, I guess, to start seeing a winner, you know? And I believe he said something about, I don't know if this is true. This might have been Cap on Twitter or whatever. But I remember seeing something talking about how he essentially gave us the green light to start, I guess, being somewhat aggressive in free agency. And one name I've heard a lot regarding the Cavs is Derrick Jones Jr., who played for the Heat last year. He was, I guess, a phenom when it comes to dunking. He's a really, really good dunker. I call him a style dunker. He can really throw it down. And that makes me think if we get Obi Toppin, man, you have a whole dunk contest in your freaking starting lineup. KPJ, Toppin, and then freaking Jones Jr. all just out here throwing up lobs and stuff. Like, okay. Well, tell you one thing. It may not be that great, but we would have a lot of highlights. Oh, man. We probably have more highlights than wins. Oh, roasted. But honestly, I don't know what we're going to do. I've heard some other names. They're not really big names, but, you know, guys like Glenn Robinson and whatnot. I don't know what the Cavs are going to do. Of course, for those who did not know, free agency opens up on the 20th at 6 o'clock or something like that around there. So, yeah, kind of an awkward time. Remember, free agency used to start at midnight. Or was it July 1st? On midnight. Never forget, I was laying in bed. Midnight came. The minute it opened, Timofey Mozgov signed a deal with the Lakers. I'll never forget that. Right as it opened. The doors opened up and everyone goes rushing in there. It's like Black Friday. It's really tough. It's really hard to say what the Cavs are going to do. You know, they could do a lot of things. But let's see. Osman trash. Trade rumors are wild. I know. It's crazy right now in these streets, man. Move Sexton to the bench. We need the guy from Europe. Darius Miles. Cavs going to tank. What's up, 4-0? Need a small. All his highlights are dunk. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all he does. He dunks. It's kind of why I want Okoro. But honestly, I'll be all right with whoever we take, you know, because we're going to have to deal with it, you know. I just hope that we don't take another guard, a point guard, or a shooting guard, whatever. We already got that. We're already set there. You know, we're already set. We got Garland. We got Sexton. We're set. We don't need no more guards. We need forwards, especially guys who can do that defense. That's why I want Okoro. Everybody's pretty good with the defense. Now, some other names that we could hear out of nowhere. If, like, let's say the Cavs drop, I mean, you know, of course, there's the guy Devin Vassell. I haven't heard his name at all, but he's a shooting guard, small forward out of Florida State. I don't really think we'd be looking at him. There's Precious Achiuwa, Jalen Smith. If we really drop down, Sadiq Bey, you know, Josh Green, Tyrese Maxey. We're not looking at him. I haven't really heard a whole lot of names besides the guys that I mentioned, like Avdija, Toppin, Okongwu, a little bit, and Okoro. It's mainly been Toppin and Avdija. In fact, the Kevin Love trade rumors have everybody thinking we're taking Toppin. And that's why in my opinion, I think the Cavs are low-key laying a smokescreen there. They're making everybody think we're looking at Toppin and Avdija. And maybe, if someone gets desperate enough and they really, really want him, they call up they call up Kobe Altman. They offer up picks or whatever to move up. We drop down and take somebody down there. It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me at all if that's what they're doing. But honestly, I would stay at 5, and I would take Okoro because we need a forward. We need a small forward, especially. Osman, he's shown flashes, but he ain't the guy. He needs to have a monster year this year to really show me that he could be a really, really good player, because you look at essentially our top 3, like our young core that we have, Porter Jr., Garland, and Sexton, they have a really, really good future together. I was really impressed with what Sexton and Porter Jr. did last year. And Garland, like I said, he's kind of, he was injured in college. He's never really went through a season like that. And that was the most he's played on a basketball court in a couple of years. So maybe, after going through that rough first year, I could see him balling out. And not to mention, I saw a video a few days ago of him working out in a gym somewhere with some other people. He looks bulkier, and he's got he got them handles. He's got handles. Not those handles. I'm talking like, he can pretty much break your ankles if you're not careful. In case you're thinking I'm talking about love handles, bro. He's not that plumpy. No, he's not that bulky. Oh my God, I really had to explain that, because I know there's someone out there thinking, bro, you're calling him fat? No, oh my God. He just bulked up, bro. Like, he's not because see, when you're a guy, when you look like a walking stick, that it can kind of get dangerous. It's good to have some, build up that muscle a little bit. He looks good though. That dude's saucy. Yeah, there you go. He's sauced. He'll sauce somebody up. He'll be putting people on the floor. I want to see that. I want to see that kid freaking cross someone up. That'd be awesome. Maybe hit him with a little jelly, little like Hezzy mellow, Hezzo mellow jello, favorite color yellow. Oh my God. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen on Wednesday. In fact, I think trades can start on Monday. Right? Well, yeah, Saturday the 14th. Yeah. Trades can officially start up on Monday. So anything can happen. We've already heard about a CP3 trade possibly going down to Phoenix. Russell Westbrook apparently could be getting dealt. Kevin Love could be getting dealt. Who knows what's going to happen? We could be seeing teams bouncing up and down the draft board. This is what you love to see. We'll see. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to. Yeah, it's past 1:00 in the morning, and if I hear anything about the Cavs, I'm going to be sure to let you guys know. Double T is, I believe, a free agent coming up. So, of course, there is mutual interest in regards to him staying. We want to bring him back. He wants to come back. But Rich Paul be in his ear talking like, "Hey, yo, Double T, man, I know you want to go back to Cleveland, but you got to win another. You want to win another ring, don't you?" And he'd be like, "Oh, yeah." You're like, "Well, you ain't going to win shit in Cleveland. They're rebuilding. You go take your ass to freaking LA or something, and we going to get this money, and you going to get them rings." That's what he's saying. That's what he's probably saying, the Double T. I can already tell you. He's like, he ain't going to win shit in Cleveland. You go take your ass to LA or somewhere, LA or wherever, a winning team, and you go not only secure the bag, but also get yourself a couple rings. Because Rich Paul be, in his ear, because Rich Paul's the agent of LeBron. I'm pretty sure, Rich Paul's also low key talking to some other, free agents for LeBron saying, hey, yo, you want to go play with LeBron? Bron over there, man. You don't want to go play with Bron? Because, clutch sports be like that. But it'll be really interesting to see what we do. Much like with the Browns, if the Cavs sign anyone prominent, I'll make a video about the signing, brief, overlook at the stats and, like what they've done so far in their career and see what they bring to the squad. I don't know how busy the Cavs are going to be, but I do know this. The Cavs will be busier than the Indians in the offseason because the Indians won't do diddly squat. I'll be surprised if the Indians sign anybody. Like, that's a somewhat prominent name. The Indians are so cheap. I remember the owner for the Mets talking about, in his press conference, introductory press conference, talking about, yeah, we going to be, shopping in the gourmet section. We going to the rich people's side of the store. We getting that big money stuff. He'd be going to like Heinen's or something for my, people who know what Heinen's is. It's a high-end store where you can buy stuff. They'd be going to Gucci. They'd be going to freaking those big name stores where you have to pay a stack just to get a freaking t-shirt. It's like a $1K for a freaking t-shirt. Yeah. Where Paul Dolan, where he shops for clothes? Volunteers of America or freaking Goodwill. Get it? Bargain bin. He goes, when it comes to, let's see, what else? What else is there? Oh, I know. When it comes to like getting a car, all right? Yankees, the Mets, Dodgers, all the big market teams, they go directly to like to the dealership. They go to Porsche, they go to these big name places. Heck, for the mid-marketers, even I guess Kansas City for a little while, even Chicago, they go to like, the actual like dealership, like the Ford dealership, they buy some high-end cars over there. Where Dolan goes to buy cars? Those like little resale places, like those like little tiny rinky-dink little buy here, pay here, little shacks. Those little places. It's like, bro, this dude's so cheap, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm still wondering how he owns a baseball franchise. Like, how do you own a baseball franchise? Like, okay, get this, right? You're a billionaire. Yeah, the Dolans are billionaires. I mean, you kind of got to be a billionaire to own a freaking sports franchise, For those wondering, I believe Dan Gilbert's $40 billion. Oh, I did not know that. Well, I mean, he is the guy behind, Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loans, the namesake freaking place of the company that has their name on the arena. That's pretty much his company. That's pretty cool. It's like you just wake up every day, you show up to work, you're like, that's my company right there. You look to your buddies like, hey, you see that company right there? That's mine. That's mine. Makes me wish, Dan Gilbert would buy the Indians. And I know there's a lot of Indians fans that wish that too. But the thing is, though, we can wish for the Dolans to sell until the cows come home. But you know what? I don't feel like they have the intentions to sell. That sucks. That sucks, man. There's someone out there that's like, the Indians, I can take them. But the Dolans just won't sell. Like, it's so funny. The Dolan family, which is a pretty wide-ranging tree. You have James Dolan is actually, I think, somewhat related to Paul and Larry. James owns the Knicks. Not a very good owner. No. We all know what the Knicks have done. Although, kind of diverting away from the Cavs for a little bit, I kind of wish Paul would take James's ability to spend wildly. it's kind of funny, you know? James out here, he spends wildly. Sometimes I think James kind of low-key like, hey, Paul, can I borrow a few $1 billion? I mean, I don't think he does that. Already picked up his option. I thought he did too, but I've heard people say he didn't. But if he did, hey, let's go. I saw Mike Holmgren at Heinen's. Hey, yeah. Yeah, for all my Ohioans and stuff, you know what a Heinen's is. That's a pretty high-end store. Gotta pay a pretty penny for some stuff. You know? Really gotta pay a pretty penny for some stuff over there. That's that high-end stuff. You know stuff is good when you gotta pay top dollar for it, you know? That's that authentic stuff. Mm-hmm. Yup. There was a Heinen's by where I used to live. Yeah. It was one of those like upper echelon neighborhoods near Cleveland. I think that's pretty much where almost all the Browns players live too. You know, I'm pretty sure most of the Browns players lived, like, obviously they lived in close proximity to the facility, but I'm pretty sure most of them kind of lived like in the kind of southeast, like more southwestern side of the city. Some even lived on the southeastern side. Heck, you might have even had a couple living on the east side. I don't know. But in my time in Ohio, which of course I don't live there no more, did I ever see any like Browns players in person not at an autograph signing? Because I've seen a couple of them at autograph signings. And unfortunately, no. I never saw any Browns players like in person, unplanned. I never did. And yes, Eric, we know it's your birthday. You've said that like 4 times already. Yeah, we got you. We got you, bro. I already wished you happy birthday. But yeah, in regards to the Cavs, you know, it's going to be really fun to see what we do because we're actually going to be spending money this year. Dan Gilbert's like, okay, guys, the rebuild is going good. It's going good. But you know what? We're going to need to start being a little competitive this year, right? Because he's starting to kind of get a little testy, you know, like, okay, the rebuild's going good. I like what you guys are doing, but we can't be living at the bottom of the standings anymore. We got to start jumping up. Not saying, you know, win the East or anything. I'm just saying, like, get competitive. Maybe slip into the playoffs. That'd be great. Oh, you know, do you really want to be an ace seed to get stomped in the first round? I mean, being an ace seed, get these youngsters some playoff experience, and you never know. Might even slip away with the dub in the freaking first round, you know, and get a game or two. Heck, you might even steal a series knowing the way the NBA playoffs have been going the past couple of years. You never know. But honestly, though, it'll be tough. 72 games this year, that's another thing. Because they're trying to have the season end before the Olympics. That's another thing, too, man. This is going all over the place now. For any NBA players that want to play in the Olympics, it's like, you know, you got the season coming up in December until like June, July, probably June, maybe early July. And then right after, you have you have a little bit of, you know, cool down time. And then boom, right back out. You got to go out to Tokyo to do the freaking Olympics. At least you don't have to worry about, you know, waiting too much longer after. I saw Clarence Weathers at a video rental store. I saw Vinny Testaverde at the airport. Nice. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. But like I said, if I hear anything about the Cavs regarding free agency rumors, or if we trade Double T, I mean not Double T, Kevin Love, or even Drummond, which I don't think we're going to trade Drummond. If we trade Drummond, it'll be at the if he even picks up his option. Which if he does, that's dope. But if he doesn't, nah, that's all right. It was cool to have him for those couple games, but I think he'll pick up his option. You know, I could see it like where he picks up his option, and then maybe if things aren't going well, we trade him at the deadline, get a couple picks. Because after all, look what we got for him in the first place. Got a couple expiring contracts. Like, wow. But he's all right. He good. Yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I was gonna say I might stream tomorrow anyway. I might do some Browns talk tomorrow. It would have been nice to do Ohio State, but things happened. So, got a week off from Ohio State. Oh well, I ain't complaining. We're facing Maryland tomorrow. I mean, it would have been fun to see Talia versus Fields. See the younger Tagovailoa against Justin Fields, but that's the way things are nowadays, apparently. It's the way things are. It is what it is. So I think now we play Indiana. So, we get a pseudo bye week to prepare for Indiana. Okay. That's cool. That'd be a fun game. Indiana's actually not bad this year. Imagine that. But yeah, if I don't stream tomorrow night, or actually, no, I'm sorry, not tomorrow night, tonight, because again, it's Saturday. So if I don't stream tonight, I'll be definitely live for Sunday because Browns play. And yes, for those that saw in the news today, the Browns did have a player catch a case. They got down with the sickness. I know YouTube's kind of iffy about you mentioning the sickness on video and stuff, but yeah, I say down with the sickness. That's a song, actually. It's actually a pretty dope song. But yeah, Chris Hubbard, one of our guards, actually came down with the sickness, so he's on the list. He's on the list. Yeah. And another thing, good news is Wyatt Teller's back, so thank God Tyler's coming back. Teller. But I feel like Chris Hubbard's he's gonna be all right. Now the good news as well is there was no high risk, close contacts. Who knows? Hubbard might not even technically miss the game. Although I think he will. I don't know. I think he will miss this game. But yeah, it'll be nice to see Teller back out there, of course. Chubb will be back. Denzel Ward did not practice. Taki didn't practice because of the close contact thing. Jacob Phillips was the only other player that was, I guess, labeled questionable because of his knee. I think he'll play. Bubba Baker owned a bar in my town. Seen him there. Nice. And you've seen a lot of people, my dude. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to get ready to hit the hay for the night because, I'm getting tired a little bit, been a busy day today. But of course, I'll be live possibly tomorrow night. I keep wanting to say tomorrow night. It is tomorrow. It's freaking Saturday. I'll be live Saturday night, tonight, as, of course, it'll be my Saturday night Browns pregame Eve live stream that I did, the start of the season. I didn't do it for a few weeks. 1 week because I actually legit forgot, and the other weeks because I was just either too tired or I was doing something else. So if I'm not live tonight, then I'll see you guys definitely on Sunday for Browns and Texans. So until then, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. Of course, let's go Cavs. Draft's coming up. And freaking excited, man. Basketball's almost back. it's been over 200 some days since the Cavs last played a game. Isn't that crazy? We had a 200, probably what 70. We're going to be having a 270 some day off season by the time the season returns. It'll be over 9 months. It'll be over 9 months since the Cavs last played a game. Because remember, we last played a game, I think March 10th, the day before the sport was wiped out. You know, all sports was wiped out for 4 months. We'll be back in action, I think, after December 20-something. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. And, of course, when the schedule comes out, I'll go over it too. But I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and I will see you, if not tonight, I'll see you Sunday. So until then, I'm Crazy Doug. Let's go Browns. Let's go Cavs. Go Tribe, I guess. Go Bucks. Go Blue Jackets, even though they've been eerily quiet as of late. But I'll see you later. And I'm out.